tournament. Defensively, as I told our guys, they shocked our central nervous system with their defense. Got us on our heels, got us playing passive, but they deserve the credit. And then I didn't do a very good job of getting these guys ready to play 2 days in a row. We had great energy, great focus yesterday, bouncing off the walls in the locker room, and today we were a lot more subdued. And we have to understand, and that's my job, to help them understand the urgency of the end and what that is. And not a very good feeling. Thought we would compete. Our three-point defense was abysmal. Our defense overall was not very good. But yeah, the good thing is we get to wipe this and we get to move forward, and we'll find out who we play next Thursday or Friday and where, and we'll go be better.
What's important in moving forward? Like, what do you focus on?
Wipe this, learn from it. We've got a couple of days to get rested. We've got a couple of days to get back in practice. You can't give Rice, and we've done this 2 nights in a row where our defense has been lacking because we knew we could score against Iowa. When you don't get that same opportunity against Maryland, you can't count on it. Our defense was awful. Our perimeter defense was as bad as it's been. Giving up 8 threes and a half. Rice, we knew, was the best shooter in the gym, and he just walked into 4 that we didn't guard. We let Gillespie have 1 we didn't guard. But that's no bite, that's no focus, that's no energy. And, didn't help getting Tommy in foul trouble, but again, that's very poor defense on our part.
So I think we talked about this after Purdue. You guys seem to either win by quite a bit or lopsided. You just not a lot of single-digit games. Why do you think that is? And are there any common threads you feel on either side of that?
Yeah, when we've gotten off to good starts, we've been pretty good. Tonight we got rocked, and that's been it's about getting off to a good start. And we were just, we just kind of, we're not tough enough yet. We're not disciplined enough yet. We're not gritty enough, nasty enough to fight through, a poor start. We got to be better than that, and that's what we'll spend a lot of time talking about over the next couple days.
Guard play is so much enhanced in March. It seems like. Are you concerned about the turnovers?
Absolutely. You can't pitch the ball out of bounds in the first 2 plays. You can't have Casper's had 13 in 2 games. In a high possession game, that's great. You can live with some of those, but we have to be better.
Merez comes out of the week positive, though. I mean, coming out.
I knew last night was just to get your feet wet. Different matchups with them because they play a lot of 4 guards. But I thought tonight, just having the opportunity to go against legit sides, and for the most part, he was gassed. He was dying, but that for the most part, a lot of positives.
You mentioned the energy was kind of subdued coming in here. Why do you think that was?
We're young. They're really old, other than Queen, and we're really young, and that's my job. That's where I didn't do a good enough job to understand get these guys. When you're playing for a championship, the other teams got that same goal, and that's where we got to grow. When things get hard to start, we just got to fight, and that's my job. And I haven't hammered that enough, but I can promise you the next couple of days we'll address that.
Brad, how would you describe KJ's last month or so? Just kind of ups and downs, and how would you kind of?
Yeah, I think there's been some great moments. I think there's been some I don't want to say bad play, but I think there's been some challenges that, he's at the top of the scouting report. There's, I know how good he is. We've all seen that. He's hit big shot after big shot all year long. But I'm more getting him dialed in defensively so that he doesn't worry about offense. And tonight, defensively, he wasn't very good. And the offensive stuff will take care of itself when he starts worried about the other end.
Will's been so good offensively. during Big Ten play, especially. Did you want to get him more touches early? Seems like he got off to a slow start today.
Yeah, he missed a couple. He had a wide open layup that he tried to pass. I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, we always want Will. Will's a focal point of what we're trying to do offensively. He and Kasparis and Tommy, and obviously Tommy had a challenge tonight. But yeah, we want Will to have as many opportunities as possible.
How do they do defensively make you so hesitant and kind of passive as well?
Oh, they sting switches, and they're in your grill, and there's nothing passive about what they do. And they were. I thought we got downhill. But we did. They do a great job of protecting the rim, and I think that maybe I put too much focus on that. You've got to go in there. You got to play off 2 feet. You got to be solid. But we got really hesitant even going in there of trying to score the ball, and yet I felt pretty good about. We got 2 fouls on both big guys and out of the game, and that's the aggressiveness. We just didn't make them.
Brad, March, a lot of his matchups.
Yep.
Is there anything? I don't know how many teams can duplicate what they do.
Nobody. Very few. Very few. If there is, there's very few.
So how do you feel about matchups based on what you've seen the last couple of weeks from this team?
And Jeremy, that's one of the things that we'll spend a lot of time talking about. This thing is about matchups. This thing is about, you can go to a Final Four and it's about who you see. And we'll see. We'll find out who that is. I believe in this team. I know how good we are. I think they know how good they are. That's been a tough matchup for us with those bigs and then veteran guards. And Gillespie doesn't get enough credit for how good he is. But yeah, it's matchups, and we'll find out in a couple days.
You'll still be young next week, though. Is there any way to teach urgency without?
Oh yeah. These guys care. This group is. We've got to help them learn from this moment because they just saw what Maryland can do to you if you don't have it. And we had it yesterday, and we were, we weren't great defensively, but I did think Peyton hit some hard shots, and that's what Iowa does. But I think we've got to continue to keep hammering that. That's our job.
It's off top.
You hate to see people you compete against, and I reached out to Ben after he was let go. I had tremendous appreciation for the job Ben did. He's young in his career; he'll get another opportunity, but his team's always played hard. And then you go back to Fran, who I know personally. 15 years to an institution, to one place, that's unheard of. That's very rare. I know how good a human being he is. I know his heart. I know his wife. I know his kids. And then you look at the competitive side, and one of the great competitors. But you think about the Illinois-Iowa games in my time, in my last 8 years, and there's been some epic battles. And you remember those for the competition. You remember those for how well his teams are coached and prepared. You look at the great players he's had, and it's a new world with NIL and the transfer portal. But there's not a better coach on the offensive side than Fran McCaffery in the country, and there's not a human being that's better out there than Fran McCaffery, and what he's done for others and what he's done for especially a cause that I'm close to, Coaches versus Cancer. He's dealt with that at home. My heart goes out to him and his family, thoughts and prayers. One of the great dudes in our business, and whether he's coaching on a sideline or yelling at an official or whatever he's doing, he's a damn good friend of mine, and I'm really glad to call him that.